This is the beginning of our September West Coast trip. We started out from Wiah Point, also known as 7 Mile, and went to Ajiria Bay, Langara Island. We spent the day cruising in a hot beam of sunshine encircled by fog, a beautifully strange combination. We couldn't see much, just the odd bird, splash a whale tail, and the occasional sporty boat that drifted into our patch of sunshine. We were really enjoying some of the perks of our new boat, like the radar and auto helm. There was barely a tickle of breeze, so we ended up motoring for most of the day. Dan used this as a chance to read this month's issue of Pacific Yachting. I have an article in it about a trip that we took to Douglas Channel on the mainland to visit the hot springs, still a favorite place of mine. I spent the morning doing chores that helped settle me into the boat for the next few weeks. I organized the galley, found places for all our little things, and then I was able to enjoy some time on deck as well. You might not think it, but the fog surrounding us, while not much to look at, was also so breathtaking it was hard to tear your eyes away.
Too close to you. Everything that's in my mind, but I want you. But I want
you. So apparently one does not go to Langara and not drop a hook in the water. So after a quick peek around on shore, we jumped in the dinghy to try our luck. It was a totally different fishing experience than we're used to. I loved being crouched low in the Zodiac shore watching. Langara has some pretty spectacular rocky coastline. There were sporty boats all around us, and we became a bit of a spectacle for them. They were watching us with binoculars and were continually giving us the inside pass. I guess we were kind of small, and then they all cheered for us when we landed a nice Coho for dinner, and breakfast, and lunch. We were a bit rusty in the dinghy and forgotten to bring the gaff or net out with us, so Dan really had to finesse this guy on board, but it all goes well. In the morning, we raised anchor to catch the tide in Perry Passage and then scoot down the west coast to Port Louis. Perry Pass is the narrow body of water between Langara and Graham Islands. There are a few 5-star fishing resorts located in Penslung Cove in the pass, and since it was early in the morning, their boats were all speeding past us on their way out fishing for the day. We motored by the Larges and by Marchant Reef and Kiusta, enjoying the chance to be so close to shore, and watched the rugged coastline drift past. Once we were through and coming around Cape Knox, we were able to raise to full sail in a 15-knot northwest wind that blew us all the way to Port Louis.
Darkest of night. around for so long. Oh, superfly. You're gonna make your fortune by and by. But if you lose, don't ask no questions why. The only game you know is do or die. Hard to understand, but a hell of a man. This cat of the slum had a mind, wasn't dumb. But a weakness was shown, cause his hustle was wrong. His mind was his own, but the man lived alone. Ooh, superfly. You're gonna make your fortune by and by. But if you lose, don't ask no questions why. The only game you know is do or die.
The real name for Port Louis is Keokatli, and the area is known as one of the most protected bays on the west coast of Graham Island, although we have on occasion found protected bay to be a relative term. We pointed the bow to Ironsides Mountain and rode the gentle swell toward the shore. These rocky formations have always been a welcome sight for fishermen fighting poor conditions out in the open. For many of us, the shapes of the little island stay in our photo memory as a place that represents safe harbor. We weaved around shallow reefs, skirted Queen's Island, and worked our way across the bay and snuggled into Tingley Cove, deep on the southern shore. We finished up the rest of the Coho while watching the sunset from the deck and then fell blissfully asleep.